The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Got a man, it's Gibson complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 26. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 41-yard line.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Attack, attack. 56 at the mic.
They go play fake. Mahomes out to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. He's picked off at his own 47.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete here.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
Check 52. Check 52. Hey, 91. 91.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
For the point after.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 65 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's good.
First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Washington 14, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
This is Washington 14. Chiefs 7.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
On the play.
An explosive 38-yard pickup. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the
blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Tyreek Hill. 12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Gibson, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mahomes firing complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the ball comes loose, and it's Washington that scoops it up, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes. and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. The final pick in this year's first round. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Mahomes now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's Hardman on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
Kaepernick.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, it's Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Now a play fake, Kaepernick. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Mahomes now on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
48-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
4-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And a Washington first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Kaepernick. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21, Chiefs 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Rolling to his right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
56, Mike, 56, Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
The 40-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Won the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Up 2nd and 4.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 56. Hey, Red 6 right there. 56.
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
56 to Mike. 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Eluding the pressure right. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now pick up of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Sliding out of the pocket. Now Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Washington.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's saying?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16.
Today's final.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was